Good day. Welcome to News Express. Nigeria's opposition politics is entering a dramatic new phase as the emerging NDC movement witnesses an explosive surge of political activity ahead of the 2027 general election. Across Abuja and several major states, tension is rising rapidly as party members, political heavyweights, former lawmakers, youth leaders, governors, technocrats, and influential grassroots organizers rush to secure expression of interest forms for what is already shaping up to become one of the fiercest political contests in recent Nigerian history. What began as quiet coalition talks among opposition figures has now transformed into a nationwide political movement, attracting enormous attention from across the country. The sudden rush for forms has sent a strong signal through Nigeria's political establishment. Only a short while ago, many people questioned whether the NDC could truly evolve into a serious national platform capable of competing against the APC in 2027. But the atmosphere has changed completely. Crowded party offices, non-stop consultations, emergency meetings, strategic alliance, and intense lobbying are now dominating political conversations. The level of excitement surrounding the coalition has surprised even some senior figures within the movement itself. Politicians who initially stayed cautious are now moving aggressively to secure positions before the structure becomes fully established nationwide. At the center of this growing momentum is the worsening economic pressure facing millions of Nigerians. Inflation, insecurity, rising fuel prices, unemployment, food costs, and increasing hardship continue shaping public frustration across the country. Many politicians now believe the next election may become one of the most unpredictable political battles since Nigeria returned to democracy. As dissatisfaction with current economic conditions spread, opposition movements are attracting renewed energy from both politicians and ordinary citizens searching for alternatives ahead of 2027. What makes the NDC particularly attractive to many aspirants is its image as a fresh coalition bringing together different opposition forces under one broader national structure. The movement is increasingly being viewed as a possible political home for frustrated PDP members, Labour Party supporters, northern political blocs, reform-minded youth groups, technocrats, and independent political actors who believe Nigeria's opposition must unite more seriously if it hopes to challenge the APC effectively. This wider appeal is now fueling the massive scramble for forms as politicians attempt to position themselves early within what they believe could become a powerful national coalition. Inside the coalition itself, competition is becoming extremely intense. Powerful political figures are already positioning for governorship tickets, National Assembly seats, strategic leadership roles, and future presidential alliance long before official campaigns even begin. Younger aspirants are treating the NDC as a real opportunity to rise politically outside the traditional APC and PDP structures that have dominated Nigerian politics for years. At the same time, experienced politicians with strong grassroots influence are moving quickly to protect their relevance within the emerging movements before new power blocks fully settle into place. For many supporters of the coalition, the rush reflects something bigger than ordinary political ambition. There is now a growing belief across several opposition camps that Nigeria's fragmented opposition structure in 2023 helped strengthening the APC indirectly. Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and other opposition figures all attracted major support independently, but division weakened the overall opposition challenge nationally. The NDC movement is therefore being seen by many supporters as an opportunity to finally consolidate multiple opposition forces into one stronger national structure capable of competing more aggressively against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Still, the rapid expansion of the coalition also creates serious internal pressure as more politicians flood into the movement. Competition for influence is intensifying quickly behind closed doors. Questions surrounding zoning, candidate selection, regional balancing, leadership control, and presidential ambition are already creating tension among different camps. Nigerian political coalitions often face their biggest battles internally, when multiple powerful figures attempt to control the same structure simultaneously. The NDC leadership therefore faces enormous pressure to manage these competing interests carefully if it hopes to maintain unity as the movement expands nationwide. The issue of presidential ambition remains one of the most sensitive areas within the broader coalition. Peter Obi continues attracting strong support among young Nigerians, urban professionals, and reform-minded voters. Rabiu Kwankwaso remains highly influential across northern grassroots political structures through the Kwankwasia movement. Atiku Abubakar still commands extensive political relationships across several regions and continues maintaining a powerful national network. Beyond these major figures, governors, former ministers, senators, and influential regional actors are also quietly positioning themselves for possible strategic roles within the coalition. Meanwhile, the APC is watching these developments very carefully while continuing to strengthen its own nationwide structures. President Tinubu remains one of the most experienced political strategists in Nigeria, with deep influence across governors, lawmakers, party officials, and federal institutions. The ruling party still controls significant political machinery nationwide and continues benefiting from incumbency. APC supporters insist that the opposition excitement surrounding the NDC is being exaggerated and argue that building a stable national coalition requires far more than crowded meetings and early enthusiasm. Even so, the growing momentum behind the coalition is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. One major factor driving the massive rush for forms is fear among politicians of being left behind if the NDC eventually becomes the main center of opposition unity. Nigerian politics moves very quickly once momentum begins shifting towards a potentially powerful coalition. Governors, lawmakers, local political actors, youth leaders, and business-connected political interests are all studying the movement closely while deciding where future opportunities may exist politically. In this kind of environment, early positioning becomes critical because those who join coalitions late often struggle to gain influence once structures fully solidify. Young Nigerians are also playing a major role in energizing the movement. The 2023 election changed the political atmosphere dramatically by proving that younger voters are now far more politically active than many established politicians expected. Social media campaigns, online debates, youth-driven mobilization, and issue-based conversation reshaped national political engagement significantly. Many young Nigerians remain frustrated with unemployment, economic instability, and the traditional political establishments. The NDC appears eager to capture that energy by presenting itself as a broader national movement capable of combining youthful momentum with experienced leadership. Social media has intensified the excitement around the form rush dramatically. Videos showing crowded registration centers, strategic meetings, consultations, and political gatherings are spreading rapidly online. Supporters describe the movement as proof that Nigeria's opposition is finally reorganizing itself into a more serious national force. Critics argue that much of the excitement is still political theater designed to create momentum before the real electoral battle begins. But regardless of which side dominates the narrative, one thing is becoming increasingly obvious. The political struggle for 2027 has already started much earlier than many Nigerians expected. For ordinary citizens, however, the biggest issue remains governance itself. Many Nigerians are less interested in political excitement and more concerned about whether any coalition can genuinely improve living conditions, create jobs, strengthen security, stabilize the economy, and reduce hardship nationwide. This means the NDC's greatest challenge may not simply be attracting ambitious politicians. Its real test will be convincing Nigerians that it represents a credible and disciplined alternative, capable of governing effectively rather than becoming another coalition driven mainly by ambition and internal power struggles. As the road towards 2027 becomes more intense, the massive rush for NDC expression of interest forms reveals something extremely important about Nigeria's changing political climate. Opposition forces are no longer operating quietly from the sidelines. They are organizing aggressively, positioning early, and preparing seriously what could become one of the most competitive presidential elections in modern Nigerian history. And if the current momentum continues growing at this pace, the APC may soon find itself facing a far larger and more coordinated opposition movement than many inside the ruling party originally anticipated. That's all for now on News Express. And to our amazing viewers, kindly like, subscribe, and share this video. I'm Chidera Esom. Thank you for watching. Do have a beautiful day.